Speaking to a stranger can be a daunting prospect. Add to the fact that this person can determine whether or not a student passes their IELTS test, then the pressure is really on. That's the situation my students face. Often my students tell me that they freeze in a test, even though I know and they know they're very good at second language speakers. I thought about this for a while and realized that when I am under pressure, I can still perform if I have a routine down pat. From that, an idea formulated in my mind. I asked myself, what is the examiner looking for in the IELTS test? And I realized that in speaking, that can be broken down into 3 segments. Firstly, the examiner wants students to answer the question. For example, the examiner might ask, do you like the train? Students must answer that question. They can't say something like, my car is good, my car is much better than the train. They need to say whether or not they like the train. Secondly, examiners want students in the speaking test to say why. For example, the examiner might ask, do you like the train? And students should ask, yes, I like the train. They need to say why. They could say it is an effective mode of transportation. And the third segment is examiners are really looking for students to give details, to use their English, to demonstrate a wide variety of English or vocabulary. So if we take that question again, do you like the train? Students should answer, yes, I like the train. It's an efficient mode of transportation. They could give details like the train from the city to the airport only takes 10 minutes because it doesn't have to wait for traffic lights. The seats are so comfortable and there's plenty of room to put my luggage. So these 3 segments can be used to answer any question and hopefully help students overcome any nervousness of talking to strangers. Another problem I noticed when it came to speaking was students lacked confidence. So to overcome this, I've established a rule in the classroom. That rule was that every student had to commit to speaking English before class, during class, at lunchtime, and even after school together. The penalty for breaking this rule was a student had to buy a cup of coffee for me if they spoke their mother tongue. In the beginning, a lot of cups of coffee. But now I realize that as students begin to speak more and more to avoid the penalty of coffee, their confidence is increasing. As their confidence increases, so does their results in speaking tests.